This video is all about calculating with negative numbers. It goes with card N35, and the objective is to be able to do all your operations, so adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing with negative numbers. So, the first question on your card is not too tricky. There's a number line there, and I'd advise you to always imagine the number line in your head when you're answering these types of questions. So this is saying to me, I'm starting at -3 on my number line. So I'm starting down here, and I need to go up 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to end up at +2. So -3 plus 5 is +2. Okay? The next one's a little bit trickier because we've got 2 operations in the middle there. We've got a plus and minus right next to each other. And so the key to this question is remembering that a plus and a minus always means to subtract. And as long as you remember that, this now becomes -2 subtract 7. So back to my number line, I'm down here at -2 this time, and I'm going to go down 7 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to finish up at -9. So the answer to that one is going to be -9. Similarly on the last one, we've got 2 operations together, and we're just remembering that when we see 2 minuses together, or 2 pluses, but we don't very often see that, when these signs are the same, that is always telling me to add on the second number. So this is saying start on your number line at -4 and go up 1 space. We're going to finish up at -3. So you've got 2 rules to remember there. If the symbols that are together are different, then we always subtract the second number. And if the symbols that are together are the same, they're usually going to be 2 minuses. If that happens, then you are adding the second number to the first one. Okay, so that's adding and subtracting. When we need to multiply or divide, the rules are very similar, but you've got to think about them in a slightly different way. So, for question 1, I deal with the numbers first. And I know that 3 times 5 is 15, but this is -3 times +5. And whenever you multiply a negative number by a positive number, you always get a negative answer. So I just need to pop a minus sign in front there and make that -15. Okay? Now the second one, again, let's do the numbers first. So I know that 4 times 6 is 24. And then I just need to decide, does it need to be +24 or does it need to be -24? Well, the rule here is that if they are the same, so a negative times another negative number, I get a positive answer. So I'm getting +24 there, and I don't bother putting that plus in front. We know that that's a positive number. And these 2 rules work exactly the same when I divide. So I know that 18 divided by 9 is 2, because 2 9s make 18. And the same rule applies for dividing. If I'm timesing a negative number by a positive number, I'll get a negative answer. But if I'm dividing a negative number by another negative number, which is what's happening over here, then I get a positive answer. So I know that I need to leave this answer positive as well, because both of these numbers are negative. So there's your rules. It might be helpful to make a note of those, because now there's 6 questions for you to have a little go at. Pause the video, give them a try, and once you're ready, if you press play, the answers will come up.